taking a look at HD. This is a big Dow stock, and this is a daily chart. And you can see it's just a long base. We don't just look at charts, we also take a look and take into consideration fundamentals. We combine both variables together to make better investing decisions. We need both things working for us. Example, we like stocks that have good earnings and or great sales. Something going on with it, right? So we're taking a look right here at Home Depot. There's an article here that I think is quite interesting. Home Depot looks to repair damaged investor confidence by reaffirming fiscal year 24 outlook. Coming off a disappointing quarter one earnings report in mid-May, badly missed sales expectations and cut its guidance, eased concerns that business had worsened by reaffirming its fiscal year 24 guidance this morning, ahead of its 2023 Investor and Analyst Conference. The leading home improvement retailer reported that it still expects sales and comparable sales to decline 2.5%, with earnings falling. With the full month passing since issued the downbeat forecast, its reaffirm of guidance is not only comforting to Home Depot investors, but it's also a positive sign for consumer spending trends in general. So we take these variables and take it into consideration. Looking now we understand about the fundamental story. Now what do? And this is the best part of what we do at Mission Winners. We just don't take into consideration technicals and fundamentals, and we don't just take into consideration technicals or fundamentals and technicals. We look at both combined together. So here's the chart. Now it's just basing, and this is another very important lesson. This is just basing, and again, we do this kind of research all the time. We want the best of the best, and we combine everything together. So it's just basing here. This is a daily chart, and you look at it and you say, there's really not too much happening here. I agree. Again, this is the daily chart, but I also always look at the weekly, and I encourage you to also. When I was an IBD meetup co-leader, I talked about this every month. Don't just look at daily charts, look at weekly. And don't just look at weekly charts, look at daily. So here's the daily, and you can say it's kind of chopping around here. You know, there's some distribution. Here's the weekly, and you look at this, that's monthly. And you look at the weekly, and I'm going to refresh this for us so we know the date is up to date. I have already, but I just do it. And you can say, oh, look at this. There's some accumulation in here. Look at these big green bars, these big skyscrapers. It's being bought through here, okay? And again, this is a weekly chart. Again, you look at the daily and you say, it's okay, nothing special. But then you go to the weekly and you say, and that's the monthly again. And you look at the weekly and say, oh, I see some accumulation. Look at the accumulation on this bar. Look at the accumulation on this bar. It's basing across here. That is why at Mission Winners, we look at both. We look at the fundamental data, but then we also take a look at the technicals. We combine it both together to make better investing decisions and more money. I'm not saying buy this now, it hasn't triggered, but it's things to take into consideration.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.